What's up, everyone? Welcome to Manga Monday. And I think this is our 8th episode of Manga Monday. And today I'm going to be discussing my top 4 animes that I'm currently watching for this season. Before I get started though, I want to apologize ahead of time for any background noise that you might hear. Just before I started recording, I heard like a plane and some kids outside, so I'm just warning you now that there might be noise. There's nothing I could do about it. Because I didn't have any other time to record this. Okay, so these are the animes that I'm watching. Well, some of the ones that I'm watching for this summer season, and probably the top 4, I would say. I might be forgetting some, but these are the ones that I would suggest for you to watch if you enjoy anime. And if you do enjoy anime, you might even already be watching these. The first one I am going to recommend is called Food Wars, and I'm watching the second season right now because it just started this for the summer. And another name for it is Shokugeki no Soma. I'm telling you that name because I actually did a different Manga Monday on that manga. I read chapter 1 of it. So if you're interested in hearing that, then just go back a few videos and check that out. This anime, I think you might enjoy if you like animes that feature competitions, or if you just like food in general, then you might like this anime. This anime is a little ecchi, I guess you would say. What I mean by that is some nudity, but not full nudity. You can't see anything, but sometimes there is like clothing removed, and it's just when the characters are tasting something. Like if the food is really good and they enjoy it, then that would be when they are naked most of the time, and it's not very often. So if you don't like that type of anime, which some people don't, then this might not be the show for you. But basically what this one is about is this boy, well, let me go from where it starts. It's this boy and his father. They own this local restaurant, not an expensive place, just, a local restaurant that's that just serves like, I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. It's not a chain or anything like that, and the meals are just like warm, I guess is the best way to describe it. So the father ends ends up closing the restaurant down because he travels around the world to cook for like 5-star restaurants or something like this. And when he closes the restaurant down, it's about the same time that the son graduates from middle school or something, and he sends him to an elite cooking school because he wants him to get better. And that's pretty much where the anime starts, and continues all the way to season 2 is when he's at this school for elite cooks or chefs. So there's all these top chefs and their kids that go to this school, and most of them are from really prestigious like restaurants and stuff, so he's kind of looked down upon by other students who go there. And that's pretty much the plot of that anime. It's really good. There's a lot of competitions in it, and they face off with their recipes against each other. I know that sounds kind of corny, but I just enjoy food and enjoy seeing all the different recipes and stuff that they do. It's pretty cool, and I like competition style animes as well. Okay, so my next anime that I'm watching, I believe this started in the spring season. It's called Re:Zero, Starting Life in Another World. This anime is hard to explain, especially for people who'd never really watched anime. I would relate it to being similar as the movie Groundhog Day. If you've ever seen that, it's with Bill Murray, and he keeps repeating the same day over and over. Now this is not exactly the same as that. This is slightly different. Like in Groundhog Day, Bill Murray would try to kill himself because he was so tired of living the same day over and over and over and over. And even killing himself wouldn't work. The alarm would go off the next day, and he would wake up and it would be the same day over and over again. Well, this is kind of like that, but only if the main character dies. Let me first say, before I explain anymore, that the main character ends up in a fantasy world somehow. I can't really remember how, but he ends up getting sent to this fantasy world, and there is where all of this is happening. So he ends up at this fantasy world and ends up in the first episode where these thugs are hassling him and trying to get money from him and steal from him and beat him up and stuff. And obviously he has no money because he just got sent to this world that he's not from. So he ends up meeting this girl, and she helps him. And that's pretty much where the story starts off. It's the first like 4 or 5 episodes just hooked me. It dropped off a little for me during the middle, but it's still hanging in there. It's pretty good. It's a very violent show though. So if you don't like violence, then you won't like this anime. suggest this one, or at least trying it to see if you like it. It's I'd say it's pretty good. I would give it like 7.5 to 8 out of 10. My next one is, let me see here. I'm gonna save the most unique one for last. Alderman on the Sky, I guess it's called in English. This is a military anime, and what I like about this is mostly the main character. I enjoy the type of character that he is. He is not the best fighter, and he doesn't really try to be the best fighter either, which is slightly different than most animes where the main character is trying to be like a better fighter or is the best fighter or something like that. So it's slightly different. But his gift would be his intellect, and he's like a military strategizing genius. So I just enjoy this show. There are a couple things that do get annoying for me, but the last episode that I watched was good, and there was nothing that really annoyed me in that last episode. When I say it annoys me, it's not nearly enough for me to say that this is just a mediocre anime. It's better than that. It's pretty good. I would give it probably the same rating as Re:Zero, so like 7.5 to 8 out of 10 so far. It's only like 5 episodes in, well, maybe 6, but the last one was a filler, which I really hate fillers because, especially for animes that don't even have one season yet, and they have a filler, it just doesn't make sense to me. I would understand if it's like a One Piece or Naruto or, like Bleach, and they have fillers, that's fine because there's so many episodes, but when you don't even have a season of episodes yet, having a filler seems so ridiculous. I would definitely check this one out. It's good so far. I like it. I'm definitely enjoying it. And I like the character also because he's really lazy, and his strategizing really revolves around his laziness, but he does it in a way that works really well. So yeah, check that one out. And now the last one that I'll recommend, and that I am watching this season, is called Mob Psycho. Now, this one is probably not for someone who is a first-time watcher of anime. I don't think this would be for you. This would be more for people who already like watching anime and know the genres and all that stuff, and are familiar with other animes, because this is like a comedy anime and parody almost. It's from the same creator as One Punch Man, which was a comedy and parody anime that I enjoyed because I like animes and manga, so I understood the humor of it. So this one is similar to that. psychic abilities, I guess they call it, and he has a job like a ghost hunter. Basically, people who are being haunted by ghosts go to this business and they ask for their help. And the boss of the business is kind of like a con artist, and I mean, it's funny, but he always acts like he's too strong to take on the ghost and help the people out, so he always has the kid do it for him because the kid is the one with powers and he's not. But I think the kid knows, but he doesn't say anything. But if you can't tell if he knows or not, because he always goes along with it. This one, the art style is different than most animes, so if you can get past the art style of this, you might enjoy the show, especially if you are a pretty avid watcher of anime. And I'm sure if you are into anime, then you might already be watching this show. I would say it's pretty popular, but it also has like a very indie type feel to it, especially with the artwork. The artwork reminds me of like Americanized almost, something that you would see on Adult Swim maybe. So I don't really want to say any more than that about the show because I don't want to give too much away, but I would say give it a chance. Give it like 2 episodes, and if you don't like it, then you don't like it. It's not for everyone, but I enjoy it. Also, what I have been enjoying recently is Netflix anime. Netflix is putting out like Netflix original type anime series. They are working with the Japanese creators, obviously. It's not Netflix putting it out. They're just, using Netflix as a place to put up their content. But what I like about it is, just like every other Netflix original, every episode is posted at once, so they put full seasons up at a time, so you're not waiting week to week, so that's really nice. And there's no filler episodes, so that's another really nice thing. The most recent one that I watched was, I think, called 7 Deadly Sins. So if you have Netflix and you've never seen that, that's a pretty decent show, anime. It's like a fantasy, medievally, fighting style anime. I am going to be checking out another show that my friend said was good from Netflix. I can't think of the name of it. I think it involved a samurai, a mech, and something else. It starts with a K, but I cannot think of the name. So I would suggest checking Netflix out for animes if you haven't already. And I think that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was just like a rambling top 4 of the season anime list. I will see you guys soon and have a great week. There will be another video up Wednesday.